what's up? We're back with another episode of the No Money Spent. So for today, we finished up one of the programs that dropped for Jackie Robinson. You know, that was the main last thing that dropped, but there's also new stuff that is out currently, which we will probably work on this weekend, like the Egg Hunt program. That's the next thing we're going to do. But for today, we finished up the Jackie Robinson Day program, and I'm pretty sure that's really it. But we'll go over that and then collections and stuff too, you know. So as far as this goes, Jackie Robinson, great looking card, has 90 contact versus righties, 93 versus lefties, 90 speed, great defense, and 95 clutch, which isn't bad. He's probably going to be our second baseman for a little bit, you know, until we maybe unlock more cards from other programs, but you do get a good amount of XP. And then obviously Jackie Robinson, there's also a lot of other cards that you get along the way, which definitely help for future collections. Well, I guess the current collection too, but Rube Foster is another one that you get, 87 overall. Pitcher can also play first base. As far as like hitting attributes go, contact numbers aren't bad. Yeah, you know, it's okay hitting card, but pitching wise, per nines are all right. Has a screwball, fastball, slurve, sinker, and forkball. So Foster is one of them. You got Leon Day. Can he play? Yeah, he got good contact numbers too. And then per nines are okay for a pitcher with a fastball, curveball, sinker, changeup, and slurve. I actually like that pitch repertoire, but I don't really know if I would use him. And then you also get Rap Dixon, which hitting attributes kind of okay, but he has 90 speed, can play everywhere, you know. So if you want a utility guy, maybe he's your guy. And then the last pitcher, I guess, yeah, the last pitcher, but the last player, technically the first player, is Andy Cooper. Another starting pitcher, got a fastball, slurve, screwball, changeup, and sinker. Good pitch speed differentials. I like the pitch repertoire. Per nines, okay, you know, they're decent. Could be solid, but those are the cards you get along the way, and you got to do multiple different things, I guess. But you can start off with the moments. So we did all moments. There's 3 of them, and then you got to get 42 parallel XP with Dodgers, which is pretty easy. And then there is the Negro League missions. So we actually didn't do any of these ones, but if you have some of these cards, then you're going to get them along the way of doing this program. You can get progress done that way, but we didn't have to do that because we ended up doing the storyline collections. So we ended up doing all 5 storylines, which is going to give us, or which got us these 5 cards right here. Cool Papa Bell, Turkey Stearns, Bullet Joe Rogan. So storylines, they probably take like about 20-30 minutes each, maybe not even, probably like 20 minutes to be honest, but they're always cool to go through, and you can learn some, you know, stuff about these players, which is pretty much the point of the storylines. You also got the new ones that I believe dropped. I think these are the new ones, but Leroy Matlock and Oscar Charleston. So, you know, these cards aren't bad, but they are gold cards. So just for like a selfish reason, I wish the storyline cards were all diamonds instead of some of these gold cards. But yeah, 5 storylines, those got us 20 and 20 each. So that's where 40 of the stars came from. And then there was a Jackie Robinson Day Showdown, which you probably should do, you know, because it's going to help for collections. And that's also why we did the storylines, because it's going to help for collections. That's why we went and got the 5 of those guys. So we can do the collection that I'll show off also. But as far as this showdown goes, you do want to do it. Now, if you lose a mini boss, you know, it's kind of the mini boss showdown, it doesn't restart like it normally would. You can keep going, but it just makes that final boss a little bit harder. But you are going to want to do this at least 2 times so you can get the players out of this pack, which we will open up. But yeah, definitely want to do this. And that's kind of all the stuff we did to finish up that Jackie Robinson Day program. So I think that's the easiest way to do it. You know, that way you don't have to use all the players, but it also, doing it this way is going to help for the collections that you are trying to do. Now, next thing is, I guess XP reward path. We can show that off really quick. We're at 204,000. Wow, we're about to get this Ozzie Smith card. We're like right there for Ozzie Smith. So just pretend we have him. You know, maybe if we do other stuff, we'll have him. But by like the end of, by the time this video is out, we will already have him. And honestly, in the next episode, maybe there's a chance we get the second inning boss pack, you know, probably on Sunday, which is probably going to be tomorrow when this comes out, or Monday. One of those two will probably have this boss pack or be really, really close to that. But yeah, we technically have Ozzie Smith. We're literally like 500 away, which this card, not bad. You know, good contact numbers, good speed, obviously great defense. But yeah, next thing is, let's see, Team Affinity. You know, we made a lot of progress with Team Affinity the last couple of days. I think we're at like, I have to show it this way, but collection wise, we got like 20 of them, I feel like now. So we're definitely working towards that. Jolt series cards would be right here. Yeah, it's kind of still hard to see it this way, but we need what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 9 more players. That's the best way to put it. So we got 21 of them. As always, you know, when new programs come out, we jump into Conquest. We try to get some progress done. There is a good amount of programs to do right now where we'll probably get some more progress and be very close to finishing these off. So that's kind of the point. But we also will work on these 2 collections too, you know, throughout the next couple of days, or maybe tomorrow by the time the next video comes out. Not really sure. Now, next thing is Conquest. So we did do, I guess we technically did 2 Conquest boards, right? So first we did the Jackie Robinson Day map, and that is going to give us, it's only 3 games, but it gave us this Diamond Hilton Smith card, which for a starting pitcher, all right, you know, nothing really crazy, but curveball, fastball, changeup, sinker, and slider is the repertoire. And then per nines, I feel like are kind of low, but he could still kind of be usable. Can also play outfield, has a good contact for his lefties. But I definitely would do this for the card, you know, because it helps for collections. And then I also did another board. I did the 25 board. So this one was 5 games while we were doing it, working on Team Affinity, getting some of that progress done. Maybe we got some of the Jackie Robinson Day. No, we probably finished that off in that first Conquest board we did. But yeah, whenever we're doing Conquest, it's mainly to progress in either programs or Team Affinity. But we're not like gonna farm doing Conquest. Like these boards right here, these 3, I don't really see myself doing them, you know, because these are kind of big boards, but eventually maybe we do. Now for these 4 jersey ones, I definitely won't do them. But what I did do is I simmed the board so I can get like the hidden packs. You know, at the very minimum, I would do that for the boards that you don't even plan on playing. Just sim through it and get all like the hidden rewards. There's not that many. I think it's like 3 show packs and a headliner, but it still could make a difference, you know, to be honest, if you can get one of those. So that's what we did. And we'll have a few packs to open up probably right now. You know, I feel like that's all we really have to go through for content wise. So let's open up our packs. We got 59 show packs, which is actually a lot, because I swear I was at like 33 before I simmed off those packs. So we're at 59, which is more than I thought we would be at. We have 5 Ballin' is a Habit packs. We have 7 headliners. We have a deluxe pack, and then the Negro League pack that you get from the Showdown, which, like I said, you probably should want to do those. So 59 show packs. I feel like we have a good amount of packs today where we should pack a diamond. Our show pack luck has been so poor that I feel like we pack at least 2 today from the show packs, and then hopefully more diamonds. But we should pack a diamond from our show packs today, because last time I think we had like 50 or 60. No, I think we had like 70 and we didn't even pack a diamond. So I expect some diamonds in our show packs. As always, if we pack one, we'll show it off. And I'm just hoping we get one. That's it. Let's start opening these up. We got 1 show pack left. My show pack draw right now is absolutely crazy. I feel like we've gone through like 150 show packs without packing a diamond. You know, that's how bad it's been. I don't even know what to say. You know, it makes no money spent not fun when you can't pack a diamond after getting all of these show packs. So kind of rough once again with the show packs. Let's see. Next we got, I guess, Ballin' is a Habit pack. Hopefully in one of these we can pack a diamond, because if not, you know, it's just going to be another poor episode of packs. but we still sell off everything, which will make stubs, but it's still not the same. You know, we also need like a big diamond pool that just hasn't been coming. So maybe eventually it does, but all right, we get a diamond. Please be a big pool. Please be a good pool. Just be something. Someone I don't have. Catcher, already trash. Already trash. Adley Rutschman, which I do have. Hey, we take the duplicate. We already got it though, so it doesn't really help. Why do I got 3 of you? Oh, I was gonna say, wait. Why that glitching? Why is that glitching? I don't think I have that many of him though, but yeah, whatever. Let's see if we get another diamond in this last ball into a habit pack, and no. So packs weren't really that good. We do got headliners now. So headliners, pack 1 is for Hook, which we don't want. We just want any other diamond. Nothing in that one. Machado, which, you know, okay for a gold. We get silvers, sick. And then the last pack 1 headliner and nothing. Helsley. Pack 2, Ivan Rodriguez, a card we actually don't have. So if we were to get a headliner, we didn't get it. Doesn't matter. Pack 3, Curtis Granderson. We have him. So technically don't want that one. And Bregman is who we're going to get. Pack 6, Kerry Wood. Wouldn't mind that one, I guess. You know, we don't have him. Can I get a diamond too, please? I don't think I've gotten a diamond from a headliner in a while too. Don Sutton for pack 8, which Sutton is not technically bad, I don't think. We got nothing. Man, the packs have been we didn't pick a, I mean, we got 1 diamond. We got a low end diamond. That's how bad our packs were. A deluxe pack right here doesn't really matter because we have all these cards. I doubt we see a diamond in this one either. Oh, we did get a diamond. I mean, there's not really much we can get from this. Who's the right fielder? See, like Dylan Cruz is actually good because I don't even have that card, but I also don't need pipeline cards because I finished up the collection. So I don't know what we do with this card because he's around 8K. I don't need pipeline cards because we got collections done. We could keep him, we could sell him. I don't really know. Now we got the Negro League cards that you get from Showdown. So again, you want to do these because you'll be able to get all 4 of them. So we'll take these 2 for this one. And then we'll open up the other pack for the next 2. And then that's 4 that's going to help for collection. So we get Buck O'Neil and Tony Stone. So with those 4, we can take a look at the collection now for those, which would be right here. We also got to work on the egg hunt one. That's what we're going to do on next. But now we have 2 collections that require a lot of cards that we will slowly get along the way. But as far as this one goes, you know, there's 20. You got to get all 20 actually, because that's just how it is. But we have 16 of them. And actually, we'll have 17 because we're going to get Larry Doby, which for 13 collect isn't really that bad. You know, great contact versus righties. Defense is pretty solid. Speed is not bad. Can play outfield second and short, which I did not know he can play second or short because I'm just used to his I guess Indians or Guardians card. Is that what it is? So Larry Doby, you know, collection reward, I think overall is not bad, but I don't know if he necessarily makes the lineup. So now we need 3 more of these cards, and the last 3 are pretty much through the XP reward path or ranked seasons. So for these ones, I would just wait for the prices to go down. We technically got all the free ones you can get, but for like Satchel Paige, he's in the multiplayer program. I wouldn't spend like 48K for him. You know, I would just wait for his price to either go down or just play the multiplayer program and get him for free. You know, you got Josh Gibson, which is part of the XP reward path. He's a second inning boss. You know, again, just get him naturally or wait for the price to go down. He'll probably go down to like 20K. Same with Satchel Paige and even Martin Dehigo. So for him, he's a World Series reward. You know, if you're not going to make World Series, then I would just, again, wait for the prices to go down. So these are not necessarily cards you need to get right now, but in 20 or so days, all 3 of these guys that are pretty expensive right now, they'll be around 20K, and that's when I would definitely scoop up the cards. So like for me, for example, we already hit Co-op World Series, and I actually got Martin Dehigo, but I sold him to take the stubs. And then, you know, we can buy him back at a later date when he's a little bit cheaper. But we definitely do want this John Donaldson card. He's definitely going to be really solid. Slider, fastball, slurve, forkball, and sinker. Pretty good pitch repertoire. He has, I believe, double outlier. He's normally nasty. Like every year, he's one of the most feared pitchers to have. So you definitely want this card, but I wouldn't overextend the stubs to get him. You know, I would wait until you can probably get him for like under 50K, and then it would be worth it. But you can also get like Gibson and Satchel Paige at least for free, you know, just by playing online or yeah, just playing online or doing the Conquest and stuff for Josh Gibson, you know, getting that XP. But Satchel Paige, you also don't even have to play ranked seasons. You can just play events, you know, to do the multiplayer stuff and get it done that way. But this is something we will be working on to try to finish that off. But as of right now, we got all the free cards. So probably in a couple weeks, we'll have that one done. Now, again, we do got some duplicates and stuff to sell. And we also sold off some duplicates since like the last episode. So yeah, let me just show off. Do I have anything active? We're trying to sell some extra stuff, but completed orders, just selling off, you know, some uniforms, some extra players that we have, stuff like that. You know, every time you open up packs, you want to go through your inventory, sell everything off, make those extra stubs. That's kind of what we've been doing. You know, especially lately, we haven't even packed a good diamond, which kind of sucks. But hopefully next time around, when we get some more packs, we see a diamond that can actually help us progress a little bit more with collections. But either way, right now, like live series cards, they are pretty expensive. So I would just either way wait, you know, for some of these prices to dip a little bit, because most of them aren't really worth going after at these prices. So we definitely want to wait. Actually, some of these lower end guys dropped, like the 87s dropped a little bit, which is not bad, but still like the really expensive ones are definitely still expensive. But I see some price dips in like Skeens, Seager I think went down a little bit, Scuba went down a little bit, Acuna. Like some of those cards we could pick up, but mainly like Otani, Judge, Witt, Ramirez, they are up there in price. Trout, you know, so we need to get one of those. Even like Ketel Marte's up there in price. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. You know, we'll be working on that egg hunt program in the next one, and even I guess the player of the month program. You know, those two things will probably be the next thing we work on and try to finish up. So hopefully when we do that, you know, we get some more packs and we can open those up. But you know, that's the content we're going to work on next. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.